Vikings coming to an end, its fans were happy to hear about the spin-off series called Vikings Valhalla. Yes, the same theme is back, but the old characters are not. We're probably going to see the old characters as the grandparents and great-grandparents of those in the new show. The new show seems to lean heavily on real historical characters. We wanted to know more about the series, and when searching for answers, what will be the main premise of the new show? Who are the actors and where will it be filmed? Netflix's Vikings Valhalla, Season 1, everything we know so far. Before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos that we post. The plot. Set over 100 years after the events of Vikings, the end of the Viking Age draws ever closer as the Kingdom of England stands tall against its Scandinavian raiders. After the death of King Edward the Confessor, three lords laid claim to the English throne, changing the future of England forever. Leif Erikson has led Greenlanders across the North Atlantic. He is loyal to his family but has trouble with his father, Eric the Red. Freydis, Eric's daughter, is his half-sister. A sexual assault by Christian Vikings has made her anti-Christian, and she becomes the leader of the Old Norse religion against rising Christianity in Scandinavia and will look for a new home for her people. She is romantically drawn into a relationship with Thorsten, a Christian Viking from a royal family. Thorsten is part of a battalion that is being assembled by King Harald Harada to avenge the massacre. He is guided by Eleanor, his queen, and Earl Colby, an Anglo-Saxon counselor. In a recent interview, the executive producer Michael Hurst commented how Valhalla will be connected to the original Vikings show, confirming that we'll be seeing a lot of the same locations from the previous show. What Jeb Stuart, the creator, does actually is he pays attention to the mythology of the Vikings. So whenever they meet in Great Hall in Kattegat, of course they talk about the great eras who used to sit in the same hall at the same table, and they were Ragnar Lothbrok, Lagertha, and Bjorn Ironside, and Ivar the Boneless, who are now mythic characters even within the show, even within Vikings Valhalla. That's a really great connection and effect. It gives ready-made histories to the new show, so you don't need to know who Ragnar is to watch the new show, but it enriches the show and it hopefully will make people go back and find out, well, who are these people they keep talking about? Was Ragnar so great? Why are these people mythic characters? So everything connects in a useful, interesting, and fascinating way. The official Netflix page has been updated with a synopsis that reads as follows. The all-new Vikings Valhalla begins in the early 11th century and chronicles the legendary adventures of some of the most famous Vikings who had ever lived. Leif Erikson, Freydis, Eric's daughter, Harald Harada, and the Norman king William the Conqueror. These men and women will blaze a path as they fight for survival in the ever-changing and evolving world. How many episodes will Vikings Valhalla air? It has been confirmed that 24 episodes of Vikings Valhalla have been ordered thus far. That's a lot of episodes for Netflix to commit to, considering the typical amount is anywhere between 8 and 13. Thanks to Vikings already on a schedule that splits seasons in half, we expect the first season of Vikings Valhalla to do the same. This means there will be 12 episodes for Vikings Valhalla Season 1. Casting. On November 28, 2020, it was reported by one news outlet that they believe Danish actor Kenneth Christensen, Icelandic actor Johannes Harkur Johannesson, Swedish actress Frida Gustafsson, and David Oakes had been cast in the series. Johannes Harkur had been erroneously earlier reported as being cast as Harald Hardrada. Caroline Henderson was cast as the current ruler of Kattegat, a character based on Knut the Great's vassal ruler, Hakon Eriksson. The historical Jarl Hakon has been gender flipped for the series. Hakon was a man but is a woman for the sake of the series. Other actors include German actress Yvonne Mai, who has been cast as Maren, and Bill Murphy being cast as Odga. Alan Devine has been cast as Ealdorman of Kent, and Kevin O'Connor will betray the Ealdorman of East Anglia. Devine and Bosco Hogan have previously appeared in Vikings as Ealdorman Adric in the second season and Abbot of Linsfarn in the 5th season, respectively. Jack Malarkey has been cast as a character named Toh. Yoki Nadervis will portray Bakur, and Ethan Dillon was cast in an unknown role. In January 2021, Deadline revealed 10 main and recurring cast members of Vikings Valhalla along with their role descriptions. Bradley Freegard, keeping faith, plays King Knut, the King of Denmark, a wise, savvy, and ruthless Viking leader. He keeps his friends close and enemies closer. His ambitions will mold the course of history in the 11th century and make him a defining figure of the Viking Age. Sam Corlett, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, will play Leif Erikson, a Greenlander raised on the outer fringes of the known world. He comes from a tightly knit family steeped in the old pagan beliefs. An intrepid sailor who's physically tough, Leek is our entity into a Viking world in the throes of violent change. Frida Gustafsson, the Witcher, is Freydis, Eric's daughter, who is fiercely pagan, fiery, and headstrong. She's a staunch believer in the old gods. Like her brother Leif, she reaches Kattegat as an outsider but becomes an inspiration to those of the old ways. If you recall, Frida was one of the cast members we revealed earlier. Leo Suter, the Liberator, will play Harald Sigurdsson. Born into Viking nobility, Harald is one of the last Viking berserkers. Charismatic, ambitious, and handsome, he is able to unite both the followers of Odin and Christians. Johannes Harkur Johansson, Cursed, portrays Olaf Haraldsson. Olaf is Harald's older half-brother. He is physically huge and ambitious. He is a stern and unforgiving Viking. Olaf is an Old Testament Christian. Laura Burling, Breaking Even, plays Emma of Normandy. The young ambitious Emma of Normandy is from the Norman court and of Viking blood. She is politically astute and one of the wealthiest women in Europe. She is most likely a descendant of Rollo from the original Viking series. David Oakes, the Borgias, is Earl Godwin. He is an ultimate survivor. He's chief counselor to the King of England. Born on the political fringes, his cunning ways get him far. David was another of several cast members that was revealed in the past few months. Caroline Henderson, Christmas star, will play Jarl Hakon, a great warrior and tolerant leader. Hakon rules Kattegat with a steady hand. Though pagan, she has managed to keep Kattegat a city open to all faiths in a challenging time. She will become a powerful mentor to Freydis, who is drawn to her wisdom. Pollyanna McIntosh, The Walking Dead, recurs as Queen Algifu. Calculating and ambitious, Queen Algifu of Denmark has had a hand to play in the political power struggles unfolding in Northern Europe. She uses her charm and guile to great effect as she promotes the interests of her Mercian homeland and tries to assert herself in Canute's growing power structure. Asbjorn Krone-Nielsen, Braun is Karl Kjær, who presents a threat to the old pagan ways. Premiere date: Vikings Valhalla started filming in early October 2020 at Ashford Studios, Wicklow, where Vikings was previously filmed. Shooting was suspended due to a number of positive global health situation tests, only to resume a few days later. At the time, a number of cast and crew were reported to have tested positive. However, it emerged that the production had received a number of false positive tests. On another note, we're hearing that the second season of Vikings Valhalla is already in development. Considering that previous Viking seasons were filmed with not long intervals, we can expect Vikings Valhalla Season 2 to enter production sometime in the second half of 2021 or early 2023 release. In September 2020, we got a few more photos from the set. You can see a gallery of photos from the first weeks of filming at Ashford Studios. As seen, it's clearly Kattegat. Many of the pictures are by Broadsheet's Harry Warren. It might not premiere for a while. It was initially reported that Vikings Valhalla was set to begin production in 2020 with an assumed premiere date of sometime in 2021. However, due to the global health situation, it's unknown at this time how the release may be affected and if we may have to wait until 2022. Please, Odin, know. Facts and trivia from real Viking history. Harald Sigurdsson, later known as Harald Harada, was only 15 years old when his half-brother, Olaf Haraldsson, more commonly known as Saint Olaf or Olaf the Holy, was killed by pagan rebels. He was 20 years older than his brother, almost twice the age difference of their show actors Leo Suter and Johannes Harkur Johansson. King Canute, more commonly known as Canute the Great, Nutre Enrique in Old Danish, was the most powerful and successful Viking in his lifetime. He is the only Danish monarch to be given the epithet the Great, and the only Scandinavian monarch save Gustafsson Adolfsson to carry it. According to the sagas, Harald Sigurdsson was a descendant of Haraldin Harfagri, who appears in Vikings 2013 as Harald Finehair. Jarl Hakon is said to be the descendant of the Earls of Lade, a Trondheim clan, Harald's allies turned rivals of Harald's descendants. We hope you're excited by the new show. We as sure diehard Viking fans will be looking out for this series with complete interest. What do you think about the new series? Any predictions? Feel free to leave a comment below, as we'd like to really hear from you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to come back for the next video. Until then, stay safe.